You can only lead by example. People don't listen to your words. People listen to your actions. People see what you do. Even your own children stop following you after a certain age. They only follow you for what you did. If that is the case with your own flesh and blood, why would anybody in your company, in your team, follow you just because you're saying something nice standing on a stage? I'm going to talk about 5 things that I've learned in a long life in which for 4 decades I was a army soldier, an officer, and now for 9 years I've been a corporate professional. Before I talk about those 5 things, I want to repeat one truth that is at the very beginning of a wonderful book called The Road Less Traveled. And that 3-word sentence is, life is difficult. Now, this sounds like a no brainer, but the fact is, most people crib and curse and moan about their lives and wonder why are things not easier? Why is their life not better? Why are they not richer? Well, if your life is difficult, congratulations, all it means is you are alive. So, first thing is to settle down with the idea that life is always going to be difficult. It's going to present a challenge. Life cannot be cured. It has to be managed on a daily basis. Now, the 5 lessons that I want to pass on to you is, number 1, if you want to throw out the entire laundry list of leadership lessons and books and tomes out of the window and learn just one thing, it is this: you can only lead by example. People don't listen to your words. People listen to your actions. People see what you do. Even your own children stop following you after a certain age. They only follow you for what you did. If that is the case with your own flesh and blood, why would anybody in your company, in your team, follow you just because you're saying something nice standing on a stage? Therefore, lead by example. Be more competent, work harder, take more risks, suffer more than your team does, keep them safe, and at all times set a great example. The second, if you want to motivate your team and you want them to follow you at all times, you got to make them feel safe. In the army, we make our soldiers physically and psychologically feel safe. In the corporate sector or any other organization, you have to make sure the people who work for you feel safe under your leadership. What does it mean? It means they're working under someone who's going to be unbiased, who's going to treat them on merit, who's not going to be sarcastic. He's not necessarily fun. You're not to mollycoddle them, but you're going to be fair. You're going to worry about their growth. And you're going to do things because you're emotionally invested in them and not simply because it's written in some book and there are some rules you got to follow or some transaction you have to create. Third, how do you deal with fear and uncertainty? Please remember, everyone is scared of something or the other, including soldiers. So the first thing as a leader is, don't display fear. When you don't display fear, your brain starts sending the right signals to your body, and as a result, you start feeling calmer. What's more important, your team starts feeling calmer. And if you're a person of good habits, good, solid, robust habits, and if you're a company of great processes and values, then the day there is a crisis, your brain doesn't have to grapple with half the things. It only takes care of the crisis itself. So you are able to deal with uncertainty better if certain frameworks are rock solid, clear in your own mind. And I'm talking about habits, processes, and values. Fourth, a lot of people say, there is so much work, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to prioritize stuff. There is a framework for it. The framework for prioritization is, you must every day find time to do things which are extremely important for your well-being, but don't sound important. We continue to do stuff every day which is urgent because that has to be done. There is a call you have to take. There is a meeting you have to attend. But we ignore things which are important but don't sound urgent. For example, building good habits, building the habit of reading, saving money, building a great relationship with your spouse, having a wonderful family, learning a musical instrument, climbing a hill. We only talk about this. We don't pay attention because life has overtaken all the stuff with urgency. So, what should you do? You should, in your daily life, first of all, do the hard thing first. Don't put off the hard thing and do the